everyone and welcome back to the channel. Hope you're all safe and healthy. So today I'm here at the showroom of Hyundai to take a look at the Hyundai STARIA, and I'll also be taking a look at the Hyundai Kona N. So that will be a separate video, so do stay tuned for that as well. But in today's video we'll be taking a look at the STARIA and I'll go through all the features, the available trims and all that stuff. So let's go ahead and take a look at the car. So here it is, the Hyundai STARIA. First things first, let me just go through all the specifications for you guys and we'll get that out of the way. So this car specifically over here has the 3.5 liter V6 and you have 272 horsepower, and this max torque is written in kilograms, but I'll tell you the correct one. That's around 331 Newton meters of torque and around 240 pound-feet of torque. Then we have an 8-speed automatic transmission, and this particular one has the 17-inch wheels and you have 75 liter fuel tank. Altogether this particular model comes in at around 124,700 reals. So now let's take a look at the design. When the STARIA came out, a lot of people were impressed, or there were a lot of comparisons with the Robocop. This is personally also what I think is true. It does look like Robocop, or something that Robocop would drive around his family in, just because of this part of the face. Sorry, there are a lot of people going around. Now one thing about this model particular is this black plastic trim. Now this is a very base trim. You get 3 trims. That's the premium, this is the wagon, or you can get a van variant, so in total 3. So the premium comes in with 7 seats and 9 seats. This wagon variant comes with 9 seats or 11 seats. The van variant, which is essentially or better suited for loading the cargo or hauling cargo from A to B, that has 3 seats, a front row seat that with seating for 3, or you can get seating for 6 as well. But other than that, the van variant is mostly for those who will be using it for hauling cargo. Variants which are for the people who will be using it as a family car, that is the premium and this wagon variant. Now one thing about the front is this particular model has the halogen headlamp system. The headlights are here and you have the indicators here as well. Now these halogen system is the base model what you get, but you can get the optional LED system, and I highly recommend you get that, because with the LED system, this plastic or black plastic over here is changed to an LED DRL, so that lights up the whole front of the car. And I'll just put up a picture for you guys so you know how that looks, and it's pretty good, and I think that's what you should go for personally. The premium model comes standard with the LED headlights. Then on the front, the other changes in basically the design, you have a pretty huge Hyundai logo. Then you have the grille. You can see it just spans the whole front bumper over here. It's pretty open, and you have some nice cool design touches around the grille as well. And overall, that's all there is to show on the front, because other than the LED system lighting, which is one of the best features of the STARIA, this model particularly does not have that. So other than that, I don't have anything else to show. Then let's take a look from the side. Okay, sorry for the weird cut. Now let's talk about the side design. So from the side, you can see how streamlined the front end is. It has to be, because the car is such a huge, it has such a huge body. It has to be as aerodynamic as possible from the front itself, so it doesn't produce a lot of drag. Then let's take a look at the wheels. So these are the 17-inch basic wheels. The van variant which I talked about gets steel wheels. These are alloys, so which you get with the wagon variant. So 215 section tires, and if you want, you can get an 18-inch wheel as an option as well. Now one thing about the STARIA I like a lot is the amount of glass area you have over here. It makes the interior feel airy and light, just because the amount of light that goes into the cabin because of these windows. So pretty cool. Now this particular wagon variant does not have the keyless entry and option, so you don't have anything to lock or unlock the doors from here. But if you go for the premium variant, you do have a first touch or a one touch button over here. So you just have to pull the door handle to a certain level and the door will automatically open for you. So that's nice. Other than that, it's just a basic MPV shape. Nothing else or nothing much else to show. The side mirrors are pretty nice. You have the indicators here and here as well, and they are pretty nice and large size. One more thing about the STARIA, it is longer and taller than its competitors as well, so pretty good. Okay, so now let's talk about the rear design. So now again, this is the wagon variant. So there are a few features that are missing. So with the wagon variant, here these tail lights, they are just plain halogen. They're not LED. But if you go for the premium model, you do get LEDs or LED tail lamps, which they call pixel lights, I believe. That's the term for those tail lights, just because of how they have individual LEDs in those squares. Now currently I cannot show you since it's not started up. This particular black plastic here on the wagon variant, if you go for the premium variant, you do have additional lights up top as well. Then you have your indicators, which are halogen, and I believe those are your reverse lights. Then again at the back, massive expanse of glass, and you have the STARIA name written in the middle, and you have your 3.5 liter badge. Other than that, nothing else. And the rear wiper is nicely hidden up top, so you don't have anything interrupting the glass design over here. Also, one more thing, the lower bumper is pretty small, so it's just because of the size of the rear. They have kept this bumper to as small as they could. And you have your spare wheel at the bottom and an exhaust pipe. And now let's take a look at the space inside or over here. It's a manual tailgate. For some reason it's not opening. I think I don't have the key for that, that's why. Okay, let me just get the key. Okay, sorry for the weird cut, guys. I just had to go and get the keys. So this is how the key looks for the STARIA. Since this model does not have the keyless entry, so you get the physical key. It's been a long time since I've seen a physical key. All my videos that I've done have start-stop system, so or keyless entry. And by the way, if you want to watch those videos, I'll just put a link up to my playlist on the corner, or also the link will be in the description, so you can take a look. And now let's open up the boot. So it's a manual boot. The top end models do have an electric tailgate. This is just manual. So here we have the space. Now since this is the 9-seater model, you do get a lot of space here. I do not have an proper official number for how much the space is in terms of the volume or liters, because I couldn't find it. It all depends on what variant of the car you have. Like if you get for the 11-seater, the 4th row of seats comes up over here, then you get even less space on the cargo area. So I think the 9-seater is the sweet spot in the STARIA range, because you get a lot of cargo space, plus you can seat 9 people, so that's nice. Other than that, there's nothing else or any new feature to show here in the back or in the cargo space. Just one feature of the seats though. So this part over here, you see this handle. So this handle is used to push the seat forward, or you can push it or use it to bring the seat back. This is to fold the seat backs down, and this is to adjust the backrest as well. You have USB ports on both the sides and nothing else. So now let's go ahead and take a look at the interior. Okay, so before we go ahead in the interior, let me just show you how the engine bay looks. So let me just open that up. So here's the engine bay, and here's the V6. There's nothing else new to show. I think in other markets you do get a diesel as well, but here we have the V6, and I think it's a better choice since you get more power. So now let's go ahead and take a look at the interior. So one thing, to get inside, you have the steps, and since this one, like I said, is the wagon variant and it's pretty much a basic model, you don't have leather seats. You can get a synthetic leather as an option, so you have different colors in those, but these are the cloth seats in black. So standard Hyundai seats, nothing new. You have manual adjustment for the height and the backrest as well. On the higher end variants like the premium, you do get electric seats. Then here I do like the design of the door. So you have some storage space here, you have a door handle, and you have some more storage space, which again has a nice handle, or acts as a handle as well. The design is good. Here also you get these grooves. Then you have some more storage space and a lot more storage space here. That's nice. You have your window controls here and side mirror controls. So let's get inside. Okay, so I'm in the interior of the STARIA now, and this is the front seat. I have the seat in its lowest position, I believe. Yep. And you have manual adjustments for the seats as well for sliding, as well as the steering wheel is manual for the adjustment. Now the steering wheel does look like the ones you get in the Sonata as well as the Tucson and some other Hyundai cars as well. Nothing new. So you have a lot of blank buttons here. Since this is the base variant, you have AC vent here. You have some storage space. I think this acts as a cup holder. Then you have some more storage space in front of the instrument cluster, some more storage space here. Then you have a central display. Now let me just turn that on so that you can see everything properly. So again, use the key and you have a manual keyhole, and that's how you turn on the car. So there it is. Okay, so let's take a look at the interior or all the electronics of this car. Okay, so here you can see the display now. Now this particular display is not full digital. You only have a small 4-inch color display here in the middle. These are just backlit LCDs which just show you the speed and the rev counter. Other than that, you don't have any functions in them. If you go, there is an option for going for the full instrument digital display. So you get the blind spot monitoring and all that stuff in that as well. But this one just has this central display here, which you can go through via these buttons here. So you can see if I press, you have your drive info right now. You can have some settings, tire pressure. Other than that, you can just go through some other fuel stuff. Just that's your trip computer. Anything else you don't have. So it's pretty basic in terms of what information you get. So again, like I said, if you want more information or more functionality in here, you have to go for the optional 10-inch digital display. Then we come to the center screen. So the center screen basically is standard Hyundai. You have all your menus here. It has Apple CarPlay and Android Auto as well, so you can use your phone for your navigation system. Other than that, you don't get navigation as standard though, so you'll have to use your Apple CarPlay or Android Auto for that. Then here you have your climate controls. Also you have some shortcut buttons as well around the display. Then here you have a wireless charger, some more storage space. You have your gear shifter for your 8-speed automatic. Again, if you go for the higher end variant, you do get just the touch buttons like you get on the Sonata. So you have a PRND button, so you can shift using that, shift by wire. Then you have some buttons for your parking cameras. So if I press that, so you have only a rear camera, and you have a top down view and a like this view. Other than that, nothing else. Then you have your drive modes, so you can go through sport, eco, normal. I don't know why you need sport in a car like this. Then you have some 12-volt socket and 2 USB and some more storage space down below. Now like I said, this is the 9-seater variant, so you get this additional seat in the middle. So you have some cup holders over here and some more storage space and a lot more storage space here. But if you want someone to sit in the middle, you can just pull the seat up and you can accommodate someone in the middle. Then you can see how much space I just have here. We'll just take a look at the glove box. Pretty small. Most of it is filled up by the manuals though. But other than that, nothing else. In terms of headroom, I do have quite a bit of headroom. And in comparison to the competitors, the Staria does have a lot more, headroom and space inside the cabin as well. So it's all due to the design of the car. It's meant to be as wide and long or high as possible, just to keep your or the occupants comfortable. So that's pretty good. Then you have your standard visors and you have some lights up top. Other than that, you have nothing else. So now let's go and take a look at the rear seats. Okay, so let's take a look at the rear seats. But before that, I just wanted to show you the fuel economy of this car. Now this one has the 3.5 liter V6. It's a 2022 model, front wheel drive. So you get an average fuel economy of 10.8 kilometers per liter. So not pretty nice, but it's also okay. But now let's take a look at the rear seats. So to go to the rear seats, you have this, you just have to pull the handle all the way. It's not automatic, by the way. And here are the rear seats. Now let's go ahead and take a look. Now let me just show you the rear, the passenger seats, the rearmost passenger seats. So here you can see how much space you have. At the back you have some AC vents for them as well up top. And other than that, nothing else. I won't be attempting to go back there, by the way, though. And one more thing I just want to show you, the windows are the pop-out style. So you have the latch over there and you can just pop out the window if you want to bring in some air into the cabin. Then now let's get into the second row of seats. So let me just push this back a bit first, and now let's get inside. So you have a nice grab handle and you can use the steps to get inside. There we go. Now one more thing, let me just adjust the backrest to a comfortable position. There we go. Now I'm in the rear of the Staria, or in the second row seats. I showed you the third row already. So what features we have here is we have some door pockets here, Now the front driver seat is set to my driving position. I am 6'5" or 195 centimeters, and you can see I have a pretty good amount of knee room. Now if I want, I can push the seat forwards to this level, and I currently had it at its rearmost position. But if you want some people to sit at the back, you can pull these seats in the front just to create some more space. But right now there's nobody behind me, so I'll push it as back as possible. Then for the guys at the second row, you have AC vents here, you have some grab handles, then you have here you can see the climate controls for the rear passengers, so you can turn them on and off, you can adjust the temperature. It's a basic system, by the way. Then you have some lights up top. Again, the space at the rear is pretty nice. I have loads of headroom, something I don't say quite often, but this is an MPV, so that's to be expected. So pretty nice. You don't have any other function at the back seats. Now one thing, the windows though, you can see how large they are, and they bring in a lot of light. It makes the cabin feel airy and comfortable. You won't feel claustrophobic here. And they are also the pop-out style. But if you go for the premium variant, you do get a sliding window over here. So it's just halfway. So only the halfway slides out. So pretty good. Now one thing about this 9-seater variant is, about the 11-seater, if you go for that, you get 4 rows of seats. I think you get 2 captains chair over here, or you get a bench seat here. The third row is a captain. Then you get another 4th row at the back. But that I think will make it very congested, and it's better suited if you have a lot of kids and not a lot of adults to move around. So that's all there is to show on the Staria. Okay guys, so that's all there is to show on the Hyundai Staria. Hope you enjoyed the video a lot. If you have any other questions regarding the Staria, you can just write it down in the comments down below. I'll talk to you or respond to you as soon as possible. So if you enjoyed the video guys, do leave a like down below as well, and also do subscribe to the channel and hit the bell icon so that you will be the first ones to know when I upload my later videos. And do turn on the notifications, because the next video I'll be uploading will be the Kona N. So thanks for watching guys. See you in the next video. Bye bye.